Molweni. Hello, good morning. Thank you very much. Welcome to this graduation ceremony. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Thandabantu Nhlapo. I am one of the Deputy Vice Chancellors at the University of Cape Town. And we do have a tradition at graduation where just about 5 minutes before the start of the formal proceedings, we have an informal chat with you as today's congregation. It's usually to ask you to switch off your cell phones and to tell you what the program is going to be like, what our responses should be, and so on. And we shall indeed be doing that this morning. But an added dimension, of course, is what the nation has been experiencing for the last 10 or so days, the passing of Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela. And so what has been decided at the University of Cape Town is to dedicate all of the graduation ceremonies this December to the memory of Nelson Mandela. What that means, to me, appears to be twofold. In the first instance, what it means is that there will, of course, be actual structural changes to the program, and I'll tell you about those in a minute. The other is to ask the question, why would a university dedicate a whole diet of graduations to the memory of Nelson Mandela? And from a very personal perspective, I find that that decision makes sense in the context of what many people have pointed out over these last 10, 11 days, which is that reflecting on the life and legacy and vision of Nelson Mandela is basically really about reflecting on what each of us as individuals can do to be true to that or to advance it. And so in the case of a graduation ceremony, it makes a lot of sense to reflect on the fact that as we send out these people who have worked so hard and prepared so much to be successful in their exams with the support of friends, family, and other supporters, it makes sense to say, in addition to the hopes that we have for them in every graduation ceremony that we preside over, in 2013, there is an extra incentive. There's a palpable reason for sending you out in the hopes that you will think you have a particular reason for seeking to do good. The program, the changes that will happen to our normal program, some of you who have attended graduations here before will know that it's the usual procession with the classical or traditional processional hymn, Gaudeamus, that you stand when that procession comes up. But between the time that the Vice Chancellor opens the business of the morning by declaring the congregation constituted, and between that and the national anthem, there will be a lament. Let me tell you a little about the lament. It will be sung for us by Zinzi Nogavu. You will see her when she takes the stage. It is called Vugani Nobanilele. Wake up, even though you might be sleeping. And just to give you the context of it, it is a song sung by women in the village when an elder passes on. Before telling anyone amongst the neighbors that an elder has passed on, the neighbors will first hear the voices of the women singing this lament to know that something has happened it is a very traditional way of announcing the sad news of death. And at its heart, it is a call to the ancestors to welcome that person, and is particularly apt in the case of Tata Mandela because of his age and the belief amongst our cultures that his next role will be that of joining the band of ancestors. The national anthem, too, will be sung in tribute to the life of Nelson Mandela on this occasion. And finally, the member of the SRC who comes to this mic to read the university dedication will, on this occasion, be reading the dedication in honor of and in memory of Nelson Mandela. Finally, one other announcement. Because our numbers have been growing all the time, we are graduating more and more people each year. It started off as a half-week affair. It is now a full week, including weekends and holidays. It now involves 2 venues. And so there is this one in this traditional, beautiful hall called Jamison Hall. There is another at a relay venue where they are watching these proceedings on the screen live. And I'd like to welcome the people at the relay venue as well this morning. The second thing I should say to this particular audience is that you should feel free to stand up and stretch and sort of generally prepare for, fortunately, what won't be a long sitting, but I'm told you've been sitting there for some time. So without making this sound like an aerobics class, can I ask you to stand and stretch, and then we'll settle down before the procession comes. Thank you very much. Please be seated. You will then only be asked to stand next when the procession enters the hall. Thank you very much.
By the authority conferred on me as Vice-Chancellor, I constitute this Assembly a congregation of the University of Cape Town.
The national anthem. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to invite Ms. Dilwazi Somia, Acting President of the Students' Representative Council, to read the university dedication.
Dalibunga, Madiba, Mnyemnyem, Ngolobsida, Sopicha, Velabam Pensele, Ulale Ngoxolo, Madiba. At this time of national reflection and reconciliation, following the death of the father of the nation, Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, and celebrate his life, we, the members of the University of Cape Town, reaffirm our mission to nurture rational and creative thought and free inquiry, to strive for excellence in teaching and research, to educate for life and address the challenges of our society. We undertake to advance these ideals in the spirit of freedom and responsibility, and through consultation and debate. We celebrate our founders, benefactors, and predecessors, those who have built the fabric and nourished the values of UCT. And we dedicate this celebration in continuing the work of our former president. To those of you who graduate today, we wish courage, wisdom, and purpose. To those who leave the university and learn and work elsewhere, may you be sustained by those values which unite us and here today and advance them in the world beyond. A love of truth and of learning and of this university, our university. Long live the spirit of Nelson Mandela, long live.
Please be seated. Thank you very much. Those were our marimba group, Ambush. They played a medley of South African music, Tula Sizwe, Mbube by Solomon Linda, ending up with Pata Pata by Dorothy Masuka. Let me tell you who else was playing for you this morning. The processional anthem and the national anthem were led by singers from the South African College of Music at UCT, and who were accompanied on the organ by Eben Wachenschuer. As we said earlier in the informal chat, the lament was performed by Zinzi Nogavu. And the trumpeter who was accompanied by Ambush was Mike Blake.
Good morning, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. We now move to the main part of the graduation ceremony. By virtue of the authority conferred on me, I shall now admit to the degrees specified and grant the diplomas specified to those people who are listed in the graduation program as graduating in absentia. I shall now admit to the degrees specified and grant diplomas to those candidates to be presented to me by the Dean of Engineering in the Built Environment.
Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you, for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Engineering in Civil Engineering, Roxanne Wiley. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Engineering in Chemical Engineering, Abdul Basit Abdullah. Kushil Amrit Lal. Temjombu Octavius Baloye. With honors, Peniel Nyasa Bengasai. Megan Joy Bennett. Sandile Mbasiswa Butalesi. With honors, Bu Nui Chan. With honors, Tali Wanashe Shetinanira. With honors, Christopher Chikoki. Zita Clayton. With honors, Jennifer Cooper-Thwaite. With honors, Simone Monique Daniels. Emma Jane Dawson. With honors, Timothy Michael Desmond. With honors, Jared Devar. Mark Howard Dryden. With honors, Tobile Tinjiwe Dube. Catherine Joanna Edward. With honors, Devon William Edwards. With honors, Daniela Nunes Faria. With first class honors, Nicholas Fleischman. Tracy Fullard. With honors, Bridget Mary Fundikwa. Gordon Tubani Gambu. Yasir Hamaldin. Pratik Gandabai. Sibongiseni Yamkela Gwebe. Ruvarashe Grace Gumbo. Bo Gio. Marta Ebeneni Hatutale. Tandu Yenkosi Slabangana. With first class honors, Sibusisu Nkululeku Slasayo. Rumbi Zatse Gladness Hove. With honors, Natalie Jane Howlett. Janik Moyes Ilunga. Clayton Jeffrey Jacobs. Zhu Junqian. Imran Capri. Nishat Latif. With first class honors, Matabate Papakaki Lekhodi. Muhammad Faisal Lokday. Vusi Warden Lukele. Ridi Anubhav Maharaj. With honors, Hiran Makan. Nicole Mulenga Malanda. With honors, Tokozani Lehai Hannes Malinga. Patutsetso Mamatoni. Resukwetse Marta Manense. Muhammad Shadley Martin. Patusetso Emmanuel Mashele. Johannes Matthias. With honors, Parisu Saint Mabetse. With honors, Gerald Sikumbusu Mbele. Vesubushle Dehan Muhache. Makhabu Belinda Malotu. Caitlin Morris. Nangani Mhodo. Nicholas Sissel Munsami. With honors, Sibongile Chietsa Muziki. With first class honors, Rumina Nair. Tandeka Jennifer Glovu. Tian Kuna. Sikulile Ndomisu Nyanga Yesiswen Taka. Bushlin Siwa. Watsanai Niabese. Lynette Mukami Niaga. Oba King Daniel Olehile. Lunga Patso. Sunalia Remnarain. Tayana Louise Carrington Riper. With honors, Ayesara Wood. With honors, Megan Marie Raymond. Kwaku Quinton Rizwana. Misha Sadana. Relebuhile Basil Safako. With honors, Kaylan G. September. With honors, Kevin Wade Thompson. Douglas Matthew Tilbury. Ronald Mulachi van der Merwe. Ian Bob van Rooyen. With honors, Jeffrey John van Reineveld. Velapi Vilakazi. William Kanyisu Wuwelwa. With first class honors, Stacey Marie Walding. With first class honors, Tyron Cecil Williams. Alice Suk Joan Wong. Suraya Banan Yadali. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Engineering, in Electrical Engineering, Hope Itekani Baloyi. Zachary Kent Benjamin. Paul Andrew Carpenter. Pukai Randy Cheng. With honors, Samu Chinkwembani. Imran Chotia. With first class honors, Russell Stewart Doris. Ricky Lee Davimas. Teneli Dlatla. Anyik Duku. Tebogu Ruth Anele. With honors, Natalie Beth Hyde. Simlindile Mbasa Sloboni. Andrew Matthew Impurale. With first-class honors, Amanda Emma Kaunzire. With honors, Likwelishle Kaira. Mkeli Kakasa. With honors, Faith Niaratso Kanukamwe. With first-class honors, Dane Hilton Kemp. Shuaib Sadiq Kamisa. With honors, Sabasa Sebastian Kute. Best Causa. Genevieve Page Law. Michael Stephen Letang. Iketleng Leshopa. Christopher Lowe. Paseka Godfrey Mabina. Ndamulelu Marakanye. Linda Eugene Masuku. With honors, Florishu Gerard Matlukotsi. With honors, Ashraf Muhammad. With honors, Dawish Muhammad. Masiwa Clement Muhapi. With honors, Sean Ablord Moore. With honors, Hobelong Brown Moshanahesi. Nkosikona Conrad Masani. Samukele Mwase. Kolakani Fisukuchlen Glovo. With honors, Matokosisi Desmond Gobo. Leratu Sitwell Ngwenya. With honors, Nawabisan Twamba. Jean-Paul Ferdinand Nutingsim Kwampaya. With first class honors, Juanita Biharaju Nyangoma. With honors, Michael Theodore Nye. With honors, Kavir Patel. With honors, Avashan Pather. Rolly Hoover Ron Raidani. Livalani Ralikwata. Zedzani Patience Ramudzuli. With honors, Paul Thomas Richards. With honors, Nikul Kiran Roshania. Sipamantla Rubushe. Leratu Patrick Saboka. Nkato Sita. Zivai Taruvinga. Naftan Shikuve. Lavender Shongoru. With honors, Bianca van Velsen. With first class honors, Alfred Waligo. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Engineering in Electrical and Computer Engineering, Stephen Allen Bissett. With first class honors, Gregory David Berman. With honors, Matthew Roy Kaywood. David Keith Chaplin. With first class honors, Justin Louis Kutzer. Mike Mbeku Lulane. With honors, James Sakai Middlemost Gowans. With honors, George Tabi Kimbi Joko. Tumisong Lekele. With honors, Federico Massimiliano Lorenzi. With honors, Paul Ross Manyika. With first class honors, Daniela Masichetti. Murosi Isaac Mutake. Morawani Johannes Mutubatse. With first class honors, Kolufelu Michael Muyaba. With honors, Alfred Tawanda Muponda. Victor Mushabe. With honors, Nyiku Agassi Nahambi. Jared Damian Phillips. Muku Alphonse Ramone. With first class honors, Francois Jacques Retif. Matthew Spoor. Israel Redovona Selilu. With honors, Jonathan Niklaas van Deventer. With honors, Penelope Yakuma. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Engineering, in Electromechanical Engineering, with first class honors, Robert Michael Bevis Chalino. With honors, Mark James Chaplin. Adrian Bamidele Claudius Cole. Clayton Brian Coetzee. Kirsty Catherine Cox. With first class honors, Taylor Dean Featherstone. With honors, Maximilian Francisco Finbo. With honors, Jonathan Daniel Glenday. With honors, Adam David Healy. With honors, Matthew James Henshaw. With honors, Tobias Comfort Kasambala. With first class honors, Itumeleng Comfort Mabote. Michael Kevin McPherson. Zwihuya Chester Mulibana. With first class honours, Michael Teenan Ovenstone. Javad Muhammad Patel. With honours, Shay Alexandra Pearson. With honours, Daniel Bernard Pittman. Sepu Sebayang. Luwu Sabisu Songa. With first class honours, James Blair Stock. With first class honours, Richard John van der Bijl. With honours, Adam Martinez Johannes van Niekerk. Matthew Derek Wilson. Mohammed Tanweer Zalkwan Kir. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Engineering, in Mechanical Engineering, Francisco Jose Agostino. Thomas Baby. With first class honours, Richard Bobby Banda. Alexander Becker. Stuart Francis Blackbeard. Dylan Murphy Blakemore. Emerick Pierre Andre Arthur Bosch. Stephen Charles Fraser Boreal. With first class honours, Vincent Charles Brits. With first class honours, Donovan Matthew Changfoot. Triolin Chetty. Pedro Claudio Chikuba. William John Christian. Paul Ryland Coombe. With honors, Guy Atwood Conliffe. Venusa Claudette Freitas de Silva. Deepta Daya. Mawanda Dunwa. Asanda Eric Glamini. James John Fenton. Robert Dean Foote. With honors, Sherlyn Gabriel. Daniel Giancarlo Carbaccio. Arthur Christopher Ian Goebel. Margaret Lynn Hansen. Craig Charles Harty. With first class honors, Stacey Hickenbottom. Jonathan Paul Hill. With honors, Joshua Felix Hobson. With first class honors, Lawrence David Hobson. Yaku Hoffman. With first class honors, Niran Anthony Slangakoon. Giovanni Christopher Jacobs. Wasim Jina. With honors, Clement Mendes Joao. Mubita Kapu. Michael John Kerr. Vongani Khoza. With honors, Shaheen Matem Lalji. Christopher Robert Long. Butana Bafana Slakati Mabunda. Benjamin Ontatile Shimane Mahoka. Jacques Marie. Tibedi Donovan Majila. Dean Taylor McFarlane. Adam Meyer. William Robert Millett. With honors, Leah Elizabeth Morgan. With first class honors, Tinashe Garikayi Wiririnayi Mushiri. Ashley Wade Myberg. Sehufatsu Octavius Mzizi. Nikalan Sira Naidu. Gogol Arjunan Nair. With honors, Sabelu Shadrik Nteta. Makomani Dorothea Loretta Nshoing. Nokululeku Ntuli. Olukbemileke Yomi Oluwole. Pwala Bondo Polo. Kelly Lynn Peterson. Zaki Peterson. Tabang Thomas Ralebitsu. Mmakwena Providence Ramashela. Session Ramji. With honors, Ryan Ramlal. Ethan Roberts. With first class honors, Colin Arthur Safi. Anika Sami. Pivo Kushle Sapula. Martin Shikongu. Andrea Matthew Slabbert. With honors, David Peter Charles Snadden. With honors, Supriya Suju. Nathan Richard Statson. Muhammad Khalib Tracy. Stuart Graves Swan. Jasmine Geraldine Swartz. Calvin Jago Fulford Taylor. With honors, Rudy Michael Vokeli. Nico Silati Wundla. With first class honors, Dale Matthew Wonka. With first class honors, Matthew Peter Weyer. With honors, Royden Luke Weyer. Nanjambulu Lunga Sakaza. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Engineering in Mechatronics, for the first class honors, Paul Amayo. Kia Barnes. Neresa Chetty. Graham John Clements. With first class honors, Daniel Joseph Seth. With honors, Benjamin Guy de Chamoy. With first class honors, Nicholas Anthony de Klerk. Abdullah Ibrahim. Amir Ibrahim. Colin Farger. Wei Yu Louis Fang. With first class honors, Cullen Fisher. With first class honors, Daniel Edward Ford. Zihad Halday. With first class honors, Tariq Ahmed Hassan. With first class honors, Kimberly Ann Hochreiter. With honors, Stephen Noel Hulm. Andrew Mark Klazinga. With honors, A.D. Lazar. Joshua Cecil Lazarus. Daniel Richard Lee. Gabriel Anthony LaRue. With honors, Sebastian Dirk Lamp. With honors, Ryan Aiden McCormack. Lelimu Raymond Makoto. With honors, Sankari Nair. With first class honors, Benjamin Charles de Villiers Shared. Elizabeth Sumbaya Wanda. Angus William Steele. Samuel Richard Vandelier. With first class honors, Philip Henning van Pleiten. Anthony Ian Wilson. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, honors in Materials Science with distinction, Sahira Ahmed. Becky Cindy. With distinction, Joanne Hill. Tamsankwa Pandani. Kathiya Bibi Sheikh. Stuart Raymond Kolensu von Berg. For the degree of Master of Philosophy in Energy Studies, Timothy David Mulviol Paul. For the degree of Master of Philosophy in Energy Development Studies, Peter Stewart Atkins. For the degree of Master of Philosophy in Mechanical Engineering, Warren Gavin Randall. For the degree of Master of Science in Engineering in Chemical Engineering, Jude Kwaku Bonzu. Jematias Jivavava. Nzonke Dumani. Aliyah Habiti Ghani. Melody Kudzai Jera. Pratish Kesaf. Leratu Olga Kotelo. Musa Mapiganu Lisu. Zeningi Charity Madusela. Kwebakani Nugulube. Alexander Carl Benjamin Opitz. Megan Lee Rose. Christopher Shields Cully. Susan Margaret Taylor. Luke Venkatason. For the degree of Master of Science in Engineering in Electrical Engineering, Claudio Michael Book. Chukwubukem Oluchuchu Chuwukuka. Manuela Maria Amelia de Olera Pio. Karthik Bharajwar Rajeshwaran. Aneshu Shikwagwa. For the degree of Master of Science in Engineering in Energy Studies, Teboho David Nchaba. For the degree of Master of Science in Engineering in Materials Engineering, Irene Kaminuza. Graham Keith Morrison. For the degree of Master of Science in Engineering in Mechanical Engineering, Julian Brachina Kent. Vice-Chancellor for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Chemical Engineering for a thesis which elucidates fundamental engineering in biological concepts underpinning a sustainable bioprocess for the treatment of acid mine drainage, paving the way for further optimization, Nihal Muruth. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Chemical Engineering, for a thesis which focuses on the effects of phyllosilicate surface charts and mineralogical properties on the flow behavior of mineral suspensions, Bulelwa Matombesinsle in Glovo. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Chemical Engineering, for a thesis which aims to produce high-value chemical products such as primary alcohol from linear alkanes available from expanding activities in the petrochemical industry using biocatalysts in an economical process. Uluwafemi Ayonkunle Ola Ofe. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical Engineering, for a thesis that focuses on characterizing the Lois limitations associated with the measurement and monitoring of mining-induced surface deformation by means of Earth-orbiting satellites, Janine Engelbrecht. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical Engineering, for a thesis which develops robust tracking and estimation algorithms, which are centered on the Gauss-Newton filter and have applications in radar data processing and many other fields of engineering and statistical analysis. Ruhalji Nia Singar. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical Engineering, for a thesis which focuses on modeling and solving a newly identified contradiction between existing pilot pattern algorithms and power loading algorithms present in the non-contiguous orthogonal frequency division multiplexing cognitive radios for future post-fourth generation wireless technologies. Boyan Vencelavov-Sobakov.
Graduates, new doctors, ladies and gentlemen, members of the faculty, I first want to remind you that we have a very special connection to the Mandela family in that our Chancellor is Mrs. Graça Machel, and it is normally the task of the Chancellor to preside over graduations, and of course we understand why she's not here. But we want to send special condolences to her from all of you, from all of the graduates, and from the university at this graduation ceremony while we are thinking of her. I want to talk to you briefly about four things, four themes, four messages: dreams, courage, purpose, and values. And when the SRC acting president read out the statement at the start, you may recognize that those values are the values declared in that statement about the university and by its community. If you do not work to fulfill your own dreams, you will find you are working to fulfill others' dreams. And so the first message I want to leave with you as you graduate today is the importance of having ambition, of having those dreams, of believing in them, and of being bold in believing in what you can achieve. That is the starting point without which you have nowhere to go except to work to fulfill other people's dreams. But to be bold and to take the risks that are required usually to fulfill your own dreams, to become entrepreneurs, to invent new things, to think out of the box and do something different, to challenge the received wisdom, to look for ways of doing things differently and not just the way they've always been done. The real tasks of engineers, to solve problems, not simply to work around them. You need courage. And I love a quote from Christopher Columbus, who said, "You can't cross the ocean without losing sight of the shore." And it's a reminder that if you're going to have dreams and if you're going to fulfill those ambitions, you have to let go of your security blanket. You have to let go of what's familiar. You have to be able to take those risks in order to get somewhere else, to get to a new space that no one else has been to before. So courage is a core value for that sort of success, to fulfill your dreams. And the third message, the third value, is purpose. That when you think about the meaning of your life and what you want to achieve, and when you try to imagine yourself 20 years hence and looking back, or 40 or 50 years hence and looking back and thinking, what have you done with your life? What will you have left behind when someone makes a eulogy at your funeral, as we have been doing this week for Madiba. It's unlikely to be that you just made a lot of money. It's more likely to be that you had an impact on the world that you left behind, that you had an impact on the people you met, that you changed the world to be a better place, that you made your mark through the impact on the environment, on future generations, on your colleagues, on your families. So, thinking about your purpose and working with a purpose, I think is critical, because otherwise you can have ambitions and you can have courage, but it can come to naught when you've gone. And lastly, the issue of values, because one can choose lots of purposes, one can have courage and ambition, but when you become a graduate of UCT and when you go out into the world, you represent the university, and our reputation depends on your reputation, and that will have much less to do with how good an engineer you are, and much more to do with the values that you espouse through your practice and through your life. The knowledge, the technologies of engineering change rapidly. They will change. You will have to remain a lifelong learner to keep up to date, to adopt new technologies, to invent new technologies. But the values, we believe, are eternal. And the values we hope that you have thought about, that we have to some extent inculcated in you as you've passed through our portals, are those of a commitment to social justice, a commitment to reducing inequality in society, a commitment to putting your talents and the huge privilege you've had by coming to a world-class university to get a tertiary education, a privilege that very few people in South Africa and in the world have, by putting those skills and competencies to the good of uplifting people less fortunate than yourself. So dreams, courage, purpose, and values are what I hope you'll take away from this university as you leave today. I know that you will want to thank a lot of people who've helped you get to this point, and we want to thank especially the parents and the loved ones, the spouses and partners of those who've got you to this point, supported you financially, emotionally, psychologically, been there for you when you've thought of giving up or had to repeat, celebrated with you your successes. And so graduates, I invite you to stand up and make eye contact with your family members in the audience and take your scroll and wave it above your head and shout your appreciation to your family members in the audience. And I'm sure you agree with me, graduates, that you would not have got to the place you are today without your professors and lecturers on the stage and the many other staff who support behind the scenes the smooth functioning of the university. And I invite you to show your appreciation to them too. And I want to add my appreciation to the faculty, because the university is only as good as its brain trust, and we are as good as we are a leading university because of the academics we have and because of the support staff that we have running everything from libraries and computers to properties and to security and to the residences. So I want to thank them all. And finally, a huge round of applause for our stunning graduates who have worked so hard to get to where they are today. Congratulations. Celebrate well.
Thank you, Vice Chancellor. We have now come to the end of the formal part of the morning. A few announcements. The first is that you are very warmly invited to refreshments in the Leslie Social Science Building, which is down the steps and to the right. Second announcement is the order in which the procession, or the order in which we will leave the hall. Please allow the front rows of the platform party to leave first. We will be standing at the time, and we invite the new graduates to join in immediately. Then all of us should proceed down the steps onto the plaza at around University Avenue. The importance of keeping the flow going is that if we start taking photographs immediately outside the door, we imprison the rest of the people in the room. So it's important to strike the balance of going down to the plaza, but not going too far and ending up on Rondebosch Common, so just on the plaza. The Vice Chancellor will now dissolve the congregation. Will you please stand?
By the authority conferred on me, I now dissolve this congregation of the University of Cape Town.